Okay, I'm starting this over because there was just a lot of dead air. But basically, sorry because I didn't open the beer or pour it on camera. Here's a little bit for you. Secondly, I tried using the Delta profile here, both fixed and not fixed. It's really, it's really bad. It doesn't make any sense. Does this make any sense to you as a Delta profile? So I'm thinking of just throwing my computer out a window. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this because this is. And yes, I'm in a position right now. Just drew out the 5 minute opening range and it closed outside, bounced back at the mid, closed inside again, closed outside again on the 5 minute. So that's encouraging. But let's see how this plays out. There you go. That was a nice OR play. I wasn't playing the OR, but I was actually I bought this because of I pretty much saw this opening candle and right out of this zone right here, there's VWAP right there too. And I put this above these wicks, and if it got in, if it it's a limit buy basically. And that's what happened. So yeah. But that OR, I mean, I've read a couple of articles on OR. One of the OFL, I'm sorry to keep glazing OFL guys, but one of the OFL dudes has an article about the 5 minute opening range. He kind of says just what happened there. Like look for a push, a bounce out of the mid, and then take off, and there you go. I think that's just like I think you just accidentally caught like a perfect, you know, perfect, perfect. Or actually this one, not that candle, the one that closes outside the 5 minute. Okay. And yeah, I didn't. So again, I didn't watch the market this week, but it's crazy that we're just still making highs. You know. Oh, I forgot I was on the 5 minute. Okay. Chill out, chill out, chill. Okay, so that's Monday. We're in the Globex. If you bought that, you could have held it all day. Oh my goodness, you know. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that. I'm gonna start. It's hard to find an indicator that actually like does that. Like the IB, I'm gonna get rid of the IB high because I never really use it right here, and I want to try this out. Yeah, it's hard to find an indicator that just does the 5 minute. Like they go down to like 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna draw it out manually. It's fine. And let's make this a template. Whoops. Okay. We're on the 4 hour. Um, the high was there. Previous day high is now up here. Previous day low is like right here. Overnight low we're about to see. Okay. And yeah, that 5 minute opening range is also pretty much just a a zone. Um, coming down a little bit. That's really frustrating about the delta, dude. Like it's just people just gatekeeping order flow. I get it because you need data. You need data and data costs money, but um you just want to be able to try it out, you know. Like let me just try it out. won't trade with it for free, but just let me try it out. Let me see if it works. Um, Here's a thought. Maybe more people would pay for data if they could play with data tools for free or at low cost, you know? Okay, that's a losing battle though. So here we go, shaping up. Little crack of that high, nothing crazy. This is the 1 hour. Okay. Let's see if we build volume up here or don't. Okay. That wasn't even, oh, that wasn't even the open. Holy I thought I just skipped the open for a second. Okay. Oh my God, stop. Oh, I also didn't real I forgot that I had the actual volume delta thing on the bottom there. Let's go back a second and look. And I'm realizing this is way too, like you can't even see that. How did I do that whole time? Um, I don't think that's saved. Okay. Let's look at both of these. Um, Obviously big one up. Flipped the delta from that one. So, you know, went, um, should we do no wicks? Uh, okay. And then this one. So came down a ton of, I guess, aggressive buyers at this place. Maybe what already happened is, well, I don't know, aggressive sellers. I maybe I shouldn't look into this too much. That was a flip. That was pretty significant. That was obviously significant, but the one before, which was uh medium candle, doji, whatever, was more significant. So, and it's just building. Okay, let's just see. Let's not put too much weight on the. Okay, definitely feeling an uptrend. 5-minute opening range is this. Okay. So this looks a little bearish, just based on the OR. It's definitely consolidating up here. What's going on? Okay, that's pretty bullish. I think maybe we come back down here and then take off, or maybe we hit this level, the overnight high. Let's look for something around those areas. This could yeah, okay. Like I wonder if you just take this short down here. That wick is obviously not fantastic. But let's see if it holds at this joint. A lot of red. Let me put something right there. Let's target the mid. Okay, that's really confusing. I guess that means we got stopped out, right? We can't really see what happened first, though. All right, hang on. Um, we did not get stopped out. And you saw it here, folks. We did not get stopped out. So I'm just gonna move this here. That's where we entered if we're on limit. Sorry gang, that feels a little greasy, but we didn't get stopped out on that, even though it looks like it. Not yet, at least. Just play it, just run it. Just run it, dude. Consolidation, that would have stopped us out. Okay. That really sucks. And that's the one that we kind of um and I don't think that's a 1-to-1 either. Holy moly. Okay. Well, that more than paid for the last one. And we're at noon, past half past noon, whatever. Okay. Yeah, why do we not like this one? I think it's just so I was thinking the overnight high might hold. Um, Obviously, if you wanted to be safe there, though, you had to use this. This zone was the key. I mean, that gave you the really big impulse to actually break past the overnight high. Um, that's pretty interesting. And I was not paying attention to this, but we got a little bit of a delta flip on this bit Mamma Jamma. And this one, same deal. But this is kind of just like colored volume. Uh, Man, I should have traded this week. And if it makes you feel, even though we were being honest here, we did get stopped out. Um, so if you feel like I was being a greasy slime ball, no, but we got stopped out. Something I heard that was pretty good about. I think it's too late now to do anything, but this this was kind of an interesting play. Not really a play, but it did bounce. If you're in an uptrend, do you just like what if you just limited in, right at the top of a box and gave that as your stop? Like there are crazy strategies on Reddit that say do shit like that. Like, what if I did this? I'm not actually doing this, but what if I did this? What if I limit it in right here? Let's see what happens. I feel like one candle would just take you out. Wow, that actually worked. That's not a good example. That's right at the end of the day. All right, I feel like we got time for one more. Yeah, we're moving through these now. Let's get to Wednesday. I'm I'm liking the 5 minute right now, guys. I'm liking the 5 minute right now, and I'm not liking this. Get rid of this. Don't care. Okay, Tuesday. I got a big dry piece of chicken waiting for me. I know it. So even though these areas are important, clearly we have to be careful with how much importance we're putting on them. Because if you think about this one, it'd be very powerful. We can go back in a second. It'd be really powerful if it was We can go. We'll go back. I'm not going to try to explain it. Right now. Yeah. Cinco. Okay. Here's a 1 hour. I mean, is it easy? Is it easy because we're winning again? Like it's not like when we were at all time highs again before, and I was just crushing it. Um, was that because we were just in a big uptrend? You know, this area is holding. This doesn't want to get into this low volume area so far, but there's a lower high. Let's see what pre-market brings. Yeah, let's go back here for a sec. So this was the overnight high. Um, we broke through that this with this bid, blasted through that, came back down, kind of bounced on the overnight high, broke through it a little bit. But if you think about it, like this was not. Uh, this is the key area because just look how strong the move was from this bid area, and this is where it happened again to the tick, pretty much. I mean, imagine if you limited on that one. That's crazy. Um, I'm sure there's something to be said about a strategy that you limit in and then either add or reassess if you get stopped out, blah blah blah, whatever. Um, now imagine if this was the overnight high and the bid area, that would be double whopper. But that'd be really hard. You'd have to be like price action would have to look like this, and then open goes like this, comes back down again. Sometimes that happens. That's not that hard. But that's a really nice confluence, I would say. I don't have data to back that up. I need to get data to back that up. Okay. Sorry, I just want to know when it's 9:30. Okay. That's our OL. Little, a little downplayed. The 5-minute OR got like a little muddy on this one because obviously we bounced below it, but I was still pretty bullish here. Like it didn't look like a strong move out. It didn't look like it, you know, it disrespected this disrespectfully a couple of times, the mid. It just didn't look like a overall long bias and just like all that good stuff. Okay, here we go. There's our OR mid. I should probably change this color. Sorry. There's our OR period. Period. Exclamation mark. Okay. Wicked out of there. They don't care about that. Now we're looking fucking bullish. Um, let's see if we can get a bounce out of that. Close above it. I don't see any good zones yet, but I'm willing to play this right here. That didn't build a lot of volume, but we're definitely price action is long. Um, let's just see what this does. Not good. Okay. That's kind of our first zone today. I thought I told you to make this like that. I didn't. Okay, dokie. Maybe it wants to retest this low volume area. You're not going to win that OR every single time. And I would love to know what. Let's try this one again, too. Just see if it keeps bidding out of there. No. Just touching it. Okay. Oof. I mean, lucky we didn't get in there, actually. Jeez. So now we, should really think about waiting until we get down here to make any kind of long, even though this kind of situation is formed. I know this is just moving. This looks like a good short. Hit the OR again, right here. Obviously I can't get in, but I'll take this short right here. There you go. So yeah, that's your. Damn, I should have. I should have waited. I should have paused it. I should have paused it. It's okay. That's crazy. Okay, but now it's looking like we're getting a little, it's just one of those zone to zone things. Still low volume down here. Now we're getting a higher high. So do you want to reverse this? Do you want to reverse this, bitch? I don't want to be like too silly with it. I don't want to be too goofy with it. But let's try it. Gosh. I manifested this. I manifested this moment. We're in the afternoon now. What an interesting day. That was insane. There must have been news. Okay. That was definitely some kind of news cam. So, yeah. What? Oh my god. Yeah. Draw at the zone like nothing happened. This is getting really interesting. Look, it pops right down to that OR. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. And now, hindsight is 2020. But just looking at the grind and the fact that this 5 minute closed outside, but there was this high up here that didn't form any volume. It was pretty flat. Like, look at this. It just tapered up here. So that's not really a good place to go long, I'd say. You need a little bit maybe better of a higher low or more of a close outside, a stronger close outside. um, I don't think there's anything to play here, but I am very interested in what's going on. Like this. And the fact that this OR, like to the tick, bounced that is fascinating. I would love to do an in-depth study on 5-minute OR now. And that's 4 o'clock. All right. 25 minutes. We got 3 days done. Cool. That felt pretty good, man.